All right, I have another DIY project on this Durango all-wheel drive Crew. I have a antifreeze leak, and I thought it was coming from the front, but it wasn't. It was coming from underneath. And then I discovered that it's the bypass heater return supply line, and that line sits back here. So I had to remove the windshield wipers to get to it. I'm gonna have to remove the intake also, because it sits right back here. This is what it looks like, the new one. Heater supply line. My drip was coming from back here, so when I got underneath the car and looked up, you can see it dripping from down here. So I believe maybe this part cracked, or somewhere around here it cracked on the old one. So this is the new one. Heater supply return. But yeah, it sits right back there. Yeah, so I got to remove the intake, upper intake. I already got half the stuff removed, the windshield wiper cowl. There's another divider there. So yeah, got to do that, fix that. And then after I get through working on that, I have to replace, on the passenger side, I have a catalytic converter code. So I have to put this new catalytic converter on the passenger side. So yeah, I got to do that also. But yeah, there's the windshield wipers motor for the Durango, and there's the passenger side catalytic converter, new one, that I got to put in once I get through with that heater bypass. So yeah, it's gonna take me a few days to mess with this stuff, but that's how we DIY it. All right, here's a better view of the heater return supply line on this Dodge Durango. Yeah, it sits right there, and I have to disconnect it from back there. And then I think that plastic piece right there is what's leaking and running down the backside. So yeah, I just got to disconnect it from back there. 2 clamps back there. Let's see, and this hose runs right here and stops. Yeah, right there. Then it comes around here and stops right around here somewhere. Yeah, right here. And then 2 connections down there. So yeah, that's what I have to replace. And here's the new one. And make sure it matches up. Of course, you can see I got the whole upper intake off to have access to that back one. So you had to remove that. Windshield wipers. Had to remove the windshield wiper motor, windshield wiper cowling. And there's the new one. Yeah, it matches up, so let's get to it. All right, the new heater supply return hose is in. I had to get a platform, so I was able to reach towards the back of that motor, because without a platform, it's kind of difficult reaching the back. I had to get these pads to lay on to take off the pressure from laying on something that's on top of the motor and breaking it. But yeah, it's in, but I just have one more connection to make. Let's see, those 2 hoses are in, just the clamps are in the open position because I don't want to lock them yet, because I have one connection to make down here. There's 2 hoses down there, 1, 2. One hose is on. That second hose is the one that's giving me a problem, because there's a metal pipe that keeps moving backwards. So whenever I try to put the hose on, that metal pipe moves backwards. So I was able to get the first hose right here on by wedging a piece of a 3-foot long wooden stick behind that pipe, and I was able to put that rubber hose on that metal pipe. But this one's moving backwards. So I just got to reposition the wooden stick underneath and put it behind that pipe so I can put that rubber hose on, and that should be it. Yeah, the new one's in. That's what it looks like. That side, I just got to pop that hose on there and put that hose on that side right there. But yeah, new one's in. Job wasn't that bad. I think a shop probably would have charged about $400 or $500 to do this job. So it wasn't that bad. It's just in a real tight spot to get to. And then after that job is done, I have to replace that catalytic converter on that side. But yeah, the piece of wood that I used to wedge up underneath is right there to stop the pipes from moving backwards. So I just have to reposition it to put it under that second metal pipe, which will allow me to put that second hose on. Then should be done, job should be complete. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the job done. So yeah, I had to use some weights and a stick to stop the metal pipes from moving back. So all in all, the job wasn't that bad, like I said. All right, thanks for watching. Out.